Sports tonight on WRCO Radio. We have some great action coming your way between the Ithaca Bulldogs and the Riverdale Chieftains. The wind has kind of picked up a little bit, which is good, breaking up a little bit of the heat and humidity that we have been feeling. We are ready to go here for the game in just a little bit as the Bulldogs are at I guess that would be the north end zone, Riverdale at the south end zone, anticipating introduction and the national anthem as well. Both teams coming in need of a win here tonight as they get set for the action. Both teams saw tough opponents in the opening couple of weeks. For the Bulldogs, Micah Salisbury, the quarterback, with 126 passing yards so far. Matthew Kepler, 58 yards rushing, and Logan Anderson, 34, coming into the game. Xander Jones, leading Bulldog receiver, with 57 and 27 yards for Wesley Nelson through a couple of games. On the other side, for the Chieftains, Carson Kenyon, 232 passing yards. Tim Bailey, 58 rushing yards. Chase Chitwood, 43 and 195 rushing, or I should say receiving for Tim Bailey. Ethan Baumkamp with 16. Both teams hitting Ridge and Valley Conference action. Still hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that this is a conference game, and so will Iowa Grant and Hillsboro and Highland and Boscobel. Those are all Ridge and Valley Conference games. All schools still with 11-player football. The Bulldogs are the only one that is not a co-op that from the Ridge and Valley that is still going. Right now, it is our national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Our national anthem prior to game time tonight here at Ithaca. The Bulldogs and the Chieftains coming up next on WRCO FM 100.9 at Richland Center and WRCO.com.
The Riverdale Chieftains under head coach Lucas Phelps.
1 minute. No, one. Yeah. Did you have trouble getting it on or something? I heard it start.
And your Ithaca Bulldogs starting defense. Number 4, Micah Salisbury at safety. Number 5, Matthew Kepler, a linebacker. Number 11, Channing Brown, the quarterback. Number 20, Lincoln Manning, a linebacker. Number 22, Xander Jones, the cornerback. Number 24, Logan Anderson, a linebacker. Number 31, Wyatt Gilby, defensive tackle. Number 34, Wesley Nelson, a defensive end. Number 58, Caleb Bertram, a linebacker.
Teams are being introduced here for the folks that have gathered. The Bulldogs starting defense is being introduced here this evening. They include the safety, Micah Salisbury, linebacker, Matthew Kepler. Quarterbacks are Channing Brown and Xander Jones. Linebackers are Logan Anderson and Lincoln Manning, along with Caleb Bertram. D tackles include Wyatt Hilby and also Wesley Nelson. Defensive linemen include Matthew Rowe and Ethan Cockroft. The Chieftains have chosen to be introduced as a team as they make their way across the field here, getting ready for the kickoff. Looks like the Chieftains will receive the opening kickoff here tonight prior to game time. So we can set the Chieftain offense, first of all. Quarterback is Carson Kenyon. He'll be joined in the backfield by Drayton Deglow and Chase Chitwood. Also, Draven Cochran on the line, along with Riley Wannick. The center is Brady Goplin. Landon Bobb is the left guard. The left tackle is Sawyer Connor. Andre Tainer, wide receiver, and Ethan Baumkamp as well. And Tim Bailey is listed as a tailback. So those are the Riverdale offensive starters here tonight. And it looks like I may have gotten it wrong. I got the wrong signal. We can blame one of the crew chiefs here, Henry Bray. It's Riverdale kicking off. So the Bulldogs will be in receive mode. Getting ready to go with the kick will be number 3, Chase Chitwood. Here's the approach, end over end. Going to be taken around the 20-yard line by the Bulldogs, and Logan Anderson heads to his left. He's at the 30. He's at the 35, and he rolls to the 43. Good return. Tackle made by Gavin Mirabelli of the Chieftains, and that's where the Bulldogs will take over on the offense. So for the Bulldogs, starting quarterback is Micah Salisbury, the junior signal caller, joined in the backfield by Matthew Kepler and Logan Anderson. Wide receivers, Channing Brown, Lincoln Manning, and Xander Jones. And along the line, the center is Ethan Cockcroft, the guards Wyatt Hilby and Caleb Berkram. Also, Marcel South and Ryan Biermeyer are the tackles. Tight end is Wesley Nelson. Chieftains digging in, and here we go. First down and 10. Handoff, running play. Kepler cuts right, cuts left. 50, 45, and he is in the Riverdale territory all the way down to the 39-yard line. Good run for Kepler. He is brought down by number 88, Ethan Bumkamp. For the Chieftains, defensive ends are Riley Wannick and Sean Duffy. Outside linebackers Emmett Drone and Chase Chitwood. Inside linebackers Landon Bobb, Drayton Deglow, and Dietrich Buchholz. Also the cornerbacks Carson Kenyon and Ethan Baumkamp, and Tim Bailey is a free safety for the Chieftains. And right now, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Ball on the far hash as they get ready. Drive it started back at their own 35-yard line. Pitch to Kepler, runs around the right side, and he's brought down after a gain of only a yard. Nice play by Emmett Drone and the Chieftain defense. They'll give Ithaca about a yard in that one, so it's at the Riverdale 38-yard line. Nice sunshine across the field. A warm day. In fact, this morning when we were reading the forecast about it was going to be sunny, it seemed like that was all wrong because it rained up until past noon, but when the sun came out, it did get muggy, and it is a warm one here tonight for the 3rd week of the season. Second down from the 38-yard line. There's the snap out of the shotgun to Salisbury. Throws a pass to the left side. Caught there by Channing Brown, and he gets to the 35, down to the 34. Gain of about 4 yards for the Bulldogs. Several on the tackle, led by number 1, Tim Bailey for the Chieftains. Riverdale in the maroon and white jerseys. Bulldogs in the home purple and white, which they're wearing for the 2nd week in a row. They'll be on the road next week. 3rd down and about 5 to go for the Bulldogs. Ball just across the 35 of the Chieftains. So a big conversion attempt for Salisbury and the offense. Awaiting the snap from Cockcroft. There it is. Micah rolls to the right side. Riverdale coming after him. Now he tries to run up the gut, and the Chieftains have got him, and they bring him down behind the line of scrimmage at the 36-yard line. Several Chieftains do some credit there, led by number 56, Landon Bobb. So that'll bring up a 4th down for the Bulldogs. About 7 yards to go for a 1st down. So Ithaca now doing a little bit of contemplating on the sidelines. Coach Olson runs the play in from the near side. Bulldogs will go for it, it appears. They need to get to the Riverdale 29-yard line for a 1st down. One man wide to the near side, that is Nelson. Man-to-man coverage, right on him is Emmett Drone. And awaiting a snap is Salisbury. He rolls to that right side, looking across the middle, now launches it, and it is intercepted by Riverdale. Picked off by Ethan Baumkamp. So he did a good job of catching the ball, keeping the feet in bounds, and the Chieftains force the turnover. So the INT gives it to the Riverdale offense. Baumkamp leading the way. Good coverage. Riverdale takes over. They'll be at their own 21-yard line to start. 1st and 10 on the offense. I believe we set Riverdale's offense a little bit ago. Bulldogs defense lining up. We'll give you those names in a moment. 1st and 10 for the Riverdale Chieftains Ball on their own 21-yard line. No score in the ball game. 9 minutes, 4 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Under center, there's the snap. Now the handoff, running right side. Riverdale stacked up and dropped right around the line of scrimmage, perhaps.
The ball carrier.
Tim Bailey, the fullback. No gain. Good coverage by the Bulldogs. Right up the gut. Marshall Self on the tackle. Second down and 10 for the Chieftains. Ithaca breaks the committee. Now here come the Chieftains on offense. They'll split out one man to the near side, Andre Tainer. Ethan Baumkamp wide to the far side. Everybody else in tight. With Carson Kenyon in the offense. Awaiting the snap from center, the Chieftains. There's the pitch. Running play. No, the ball is dropped, and now falling on it is the running back, Chase Chitwood. There is a flag on the play at the line of scrimmage.
Recovered by the Chieftains.
Chieftains got it back. The penalty flag is going to bring it back for some assessment right
Holding
now.
against the Chieftains.
Holding is the call against Riverdale. So the Bulldogs will decline the penalty after the loss on the pitch that wasn't really carefully handled in the backfield there. The combination between the quarterback and the running back, not able to get it done, and that makes it a third down at about 16 yards to go. Ball is marked at the 15-yard line, Riverdale's own. Shotgun start for the quarterback, Carson Kenyon. There's the snap. Carson's back to throw after a good snap. Now gets out of danger. Now he's brought down around the goal line. Big play by Ethan Cockcroft, who makes the tackle of the quarterback back around the 2-yard line. Fourth down, Riverdale. So a big play. And now the Bulldogs are hoping to get the ball back cleanly. They'll send a couple of men back deep to receive. Channing Brown is back. He is joined now by Xander Jones, and the Chieftains will be punting from the back of the end zone. Chase Chitwood, the sophomore, awaiting the snap from center. And Carson Kenyon is the long snapper. And now, let's see. Whistles stop the play. False start on Riverdale. There isn't much yardage they can lose. Half the distance. Goes back to around the 1-yard line is where the ball will be snapped from. Carson Kenyon, the long snapper. Chase Chitwood again at the back of the end zone. Line is set. Good snap. And here is the punt. They got it away. Bulldogs are going to run up on it, and now caught on the near side for a return to the 35. Down to around the 30, and finally brought down is Channing Brown on the return. Fisher Sturdivant, one of the men that was there, and Chase Chitwood as well. And that's where the Bulldogs will take over after the punt. Bulldogs with great field position. They'll be at the Riverdale 24-yard line to start this drive. 7.5 remaining in the opening scoreless quarter here from Ithaca and Ridge and Valley Conference action. Our old buddy Chandler Brindley, the pride of Boscobel, will be checking in from Richland Center to see how Broadhead Judah and the Hornets are faring tonight. Here's a snap from center. The motion man gets the handoff. Lincoln Manning cuts the left side and now is hit and dropped after getting inside to the 20 to around the 15-yard line. Good run. See if they give him all of it. Lincoln Manning on the run. Second down, and they got it marked about 6 yards to go. So they'll give him 4 yards. Ball is marked at the 19-yard line. Bulldogs run the play in from the sidelines. Great crowd on hand for both schools. Good close road trip for the Chieftains and their fans. Second down play from the Riverdale 19. The Bulldogs on the march here. Micah Salisbury awaiting the snap from Cockcroft. Hand off to the fullback. Flags fly. Logan Anderson around the right guard. Had a few yards, but false start is going to bring it back. 5-yard penalty against Ithaca. We'll mark it at second down and about 11 yards to go. Ball is back at the 26 of Riverdale. Things going well here. The fans are well behaved. Brian Alvin is holding a baby. You don't see that every day. Huddle breaks, and the Bulldogs up to the football. Second down and 11 to go from the 26-yard line. Micah Salisbury awaiting the snap from Cockcroft. And here's the pitch. Running play, Kepler. Good room off the right tackle, and then it closes down. The Chieftains bringing down to the 19-yard line. Kepler brought down by Emmett Drone and company. Second down, make it third down for the Bulldogs. That's kind of back where it was prior to the penalty at the 19 of Riverdale. So the Chieftain defense responding. Under 6 minutes to go in a quick-moving first quarter. Scoreless here from Ithaca. Thunder showers later tonight. I assured Mr. Tomei, the athletic director here, that we're going to be all right tonight. We're going to be fine. Showers late. Snap from center. Handoff for Logan Anderson. Gaping all up the middle. He's got a first down and rolls across the 10 to the 5-yard line. Snapped down by Carson Kenyon. First and goal for the Bulldogs. Logan Anderson with a good hold of run through there. Good job by the Bulldog line. Up the middle. Wyatt Hilby and Ethan Cockcroft. They're leading the way and doing a little blocking on the linebackers. First and goal from the 4-yard line for the Bulldogs. Threatening here big time in the opening quarter against the Chiefs. Salisbury will look it over. Backfield is split. Snap count. Now here's the handoff for Kepler. He is through. Breaks a tackle for a touchdown. And the Bulldogs score. 4-yard run by Matthew Kepler, the junior running back. And the Bulldogs are on the board first. Extra point try coming up here for Ithaca. A drive that started on Riverdale's 24-yard line after the defense kind of set that up, held them in position, and then made a big play back around the goal line. Short punt by the Chieftains. Good return. Set the Bulldogs up for a short drive. And Ithaca will go for 2. Micah Salisbury, marking out the signals, takes the snap, back in the pocket, good protection. Now Micah's going to try to run it himself, gets down around the goal line, puts the shoulder down, and I don't think he got it. No, he did not. Salisbury kept out of the goal line area. Drayton Deglow up the middle, and Sean Duffy, and the Bulldogs score 6, but not the 2. 6-0 Ithaca, 5:02 remaining in the opening quarter of area high school football tonight from WRCO and WRCO.com. Perfect. Yep. Yeah. Oh, I was going to say, that'd be a surprise. Okay. A big thank you to our sponsors of area high school football. Here's the kickoff for the Bulldogs. End over end ball is going to be taken at the 10-yard line by Chase Chitwood. Heads to the 15, the 20. Chase, good return, and he's undercut at the 25 to the 27. Maybe a little further than that. Looks like he got to the 30. Chase Chitwood, a good return. Matthew Kepler and company on the stop, and that's where Riverdale takes over for its second possession of the quarter. They'll mark it at Riverdale's own 30-yard line. Quarterback Carson Kenyon, Tim Bailey, and Chase Chitwood, along with Drayton Deglow in the backfield for the Riverdale Chieftains. Now, timeout for the chain gang to get their chain untangled over there. It's a log chain, I think, isn't it? All right, we got it. 1st and 10 for the Riverdale Chieftains. Carson Kenyon under center. There's the snap. Handoff going to number 1. Nothing for Tim Bailey. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage by the Bulldogs. Number 34, the first guy there, Wesley Nelson. 61, Wyatt Hilby in the backfield as well, and the Chieftains lose a yard or 2. Ball is back at the 29-yard line. 4:34 remaining in the opening quarter, 6-0 in favor of the Bulldogs.
Loss of
Broadhead
2
Judah
with the
leads
Ithaca
Richland Center
Bulldogs.
on a touchdown, 7-0 it looks like. We'll get a report from Chandler Brindley to see how that game is going in just a little bit. Second down and 11 or 12 for Riverdale. Ball between the hashes, right on the top of the peak of the field. Back to throw the QB. Kenyon airs it out far side, and it is knocked away. It was intended for number 24, Andre Tainer. And somehow that ball from Kenyon was right in his hands, but the Bulldogs had 3 guys going to collapse on him, and they did it well. Micah Salisbury and Matthew Kepler, along with Logan Anderson. So nearly triple coverage, and Riverdale nearly got it in there. Third down and about 12 yards to go for the Chieftains from their own 29-yard line. Riverdale up to the football. Grady Goplin, the center. Awaiting the snap is Carson Kenyon. The line is set. There's the snap. Oh, it goes around him, and now he picks it up and has to run with it. Coming near side, and now throwing on the run. It is caught by the Chieftains. Baumkamp down the line, and he is going, and he is gone for a touchdown. No flags on the play. My goodness, that was a broken play for the Chieftains, and somehow they made it work. Carson Kenyon, the snap, went to his left. He had to go and get it and then had to scramble. Bulldogs were coming after him. I was surprised that he stopped and threw that ball. And my other thought was, how close was he to the line of scrimmage? He had to be close, but the official's right on it. He made the throw to Ethan Baumkamp, and he hightails it down the sidelines for a touchdown run of 71 yards after the catch. Chieftains will try to take the lead. They've got Tim Bailey out to attempt the extra point. Big play for Riverdale as they answer the Bulldogs touchdown. Awaiting the snap from center is the holder. There it is. Low snap. They're coming after it. The ball is blocked. Good job by the Bulldogs. Coming through to block it was Ethan Cockroft. And the score stays 6-6. Riverdale and Ithaca. 3:51 remaining in the opening quarter of area high school football from the Ridge and Valley on WRCO and WRCO.com.
Ronan Cockroft in there to block the extra point.
Wow. All right. Good game. It might be. Yeah, you bet. Six ball game here at Ithaca. Here comes the kick after the touchdown. Tim Bailey launches it far side. Short kick taken by the Bulldogs. They're going to make room up to the 30 on a couple of blocks, and that's where they will stop. Channing Brown brought down by Tim Bailey, and that's where the Bulldogs will take over for their third possession of the half. Boy, that was quite the touchdown by the Riverdale Chieftains as Carson Kenyon got it to Ethan Baumkamp in a pass play that covered a total of 71 yards. That was a great thing. And again, the Bulldogs, after the snap was low, so many of them came up trying to get the ball or hit the quarterback, and that left Baumkamp open on the sideline. And once he got by at least one man, he had a chance to go, and he did. Bulldogs' first play from the 31-yard line, their own. Kepler is spun around, gets to the 35. Matthew Kepler brought down by Tim Bailey. Also, Emmett Drone and a host of their friends. Second down play for the Bulldogs. Second, about 7 yards to go. Xander Jones ushers the play in from the sidelines for the Bulldogs. 3:17 remaining in the opening quarter of area football. Very picturesque night here You can see the corn turning, can't you? Kind of sure sign of fall as the corn starts to turn brown. Second down play, and Salisbury nowhere to go. He has to eat the football, and the Chieftains bring him down there. A couple of guys back there extremely quickly. Number 15 on the play. That was Dietrich Buchholz. Time is called here for a moment. Also 50, Riley Wanick on the play. Timeout is called. Teams will go to their sidelines. We will keep it here for this break. 2:46 remaining in the opening quarter. A 6-6 ball game. Ithaca and Riverdale are tied up. Next up for the Bulldogs after tonight, they'll be at Wazeeka Seneca before a tough home game with Highland on the 16th. And the homecoming football game for Ithaca coming up on the 24th when they will host Boscobel. Riverdale will be hosting Cashton next week. They will host their old conference opponent, Iowa Grant, which is a new conference opponent. Old SWAL rival, now Ridge and Valley opponent on the 16th. They'll be at Hillsboro on the 23rd and on the 30th at Boscobel. Timeout is ended for the Bulldogs. They are back to the ball. Here come the Chieftains as well.
Third down and 11.
Ithaca faced with 3rd and 11. Ball is just across their own 30-yard line. And the Chieftains trying to cinch in for the coverage. Micah Salisbury looks it over. 3rd and 11. There's the snap. Back to his own 20 as he gives a toss upfield, and it is through the hands of the intended receiver. Would have been a tough grab. Looping try by Channing Brown at the 45. He can't hold on, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Bulldogs will perhaps, looks like they're bringing out the punter, which is actually Micah Salisbury, but bringing out the punting group. And Ithaca will punt it away with 2:40 remaining in the opening quarter of football. Back to receive Tim Bailey and Chase Chitwood for Riverdale, back around the 35-yard line. Riverdale's going to get the ball back after a good defensive stand. And Salisbury, a nice boot. Going to be taken back around the 30 by Riverdale. Heading ahead is Chitwood, and he is hit and dropped right around the 34-yard line by Sutherland Bulldogs, led by Wesley Nelson.
Chitwood caught the punt.
So they'll mark it there after a Bulldog punt. Ithaca 3 and out, punted away, and the Chieftains take over for their 3rd possession of this first quarter. They'll have it at their own 34-yard line. 2:31 remaining in the opening quarter of football. 6-6 here in Ridge and Valley Conference action. The Chieftains up to the football. The center is Brady Gaplin. Riverdale does not have the tight gaps that they sometimes do. Here's a snap. Bailey trying to cut around the right side. Cuts upfield, and he stumbles and gets over a tackler, and finally brought down in Ithaca territory at the 49-yard line. Good run there. Boy, I'll tell you, Tim Bailey broke a tackle or two. Looked like he was high jumping on the track surface there all of a sudden, got over and got an extra oomph to get a first down and into Bulldog territory. So the Chieftains are now running downhill again across the 50-yard line with 2:10 remaining in the opening quarter. Riverdale with a little bit of a breeze at the back. They head to the football. One man wide to the left side, Andre Tainter. One man wide right, Ethan Baumkamp. Everybody else in the backfield. And under center is Carson Kenyon. And Kenyon will attempt the run up the middle and into the 45, down to the 44-yard line area.
Chitwood, the ball carrier.
There's a man down for the Chieftains.
Wyatt Dobie on the tackle.
Hopefully it's just a mild thing like a cramp or something. Riverdale has had its share of injuries. It does seem to sometimes go in pairs, unfortunately. The trainer, Lindsey Tollickson, is out. And now walking off the field under his own power is Brady Gaplin. Gaplin is the center, so Riverdale will have to do a little shifting on the line. I think Brady's going to be all right. Looks like he's walking all right. Might be, again, a cramp, so he is off for the time being. And the clock starts again. 1:30 remaining in the opening quarter. 6-6 ball game. Tainter right, Baumkamp left now for the Chieftains. Everybody else in tight. And Carson Kenyon set to snap the ball, and he'll hand off. Tim Bailey cutting right side. Nothing there, and he's going to lose some yardage as he's run down immediately by Caleb Berkman of the Bulldogs. Back around the 49-yard line. We're going to give him a little bit of forward progress, and the Chieftains will benefit a little bit. It's going to be at the 46. They say that's where his forward progress was stopped, so that'll bring up third down and about 8 yards to go. Timeout by Riverdale on a big third down conversion attempt. So they'll give it some thought here with 1:06 remaining in the opening quarter of football. Coming up at halftime, the Dairyland Transport halftime show. The update coming up about the cross-country teams from Riverdale and Richland Center, Ithaca. And then Travis Wilson will check in with his usual look at high school football at High School Sports News. That guy is amazing. I don't know that I've ever stumped him on a question about a high school event or new rule changes or whatever the case might be. If I have, he's done a good job of baffling me because, he's got an answer for everything, right? Timeout ending. Bulldogs back to the field. Here come the Chieftains. Riverdale attempting to convert on third down. Again, third down and about 8 yards to go. Ball is marked at the 46-yard line of Ithaca. Under center is Carson Kenyon. Bulldogs showing blitz. There's the snap. Kenyon back to throw. Good protection. Carson throws it over the middle and overshot his man. Ethan Bonkamp was in position to make the grab at the 30, but it was just a little high. Incomplete. And fourth down for Riverdale. Chieftains right here might choose to try and pin the Bulldogs back deep in their territory.
Fourth down and 7.
Chase Chitwood is out to do the punting duties. Fourth down and 8 yards to go. And the Bulldogs will send Channing Brown. Now joining him is Andrew Jones back deep to receive the punt. Long snap count. Good snap from center. Putting a toe into it is Chase Chitwood. Ball is going to be line drive and taken around the 12-yard line by Jones. And a short return out to the 15, well off the 17-yard line.
Xander Jones.
Brought down by several Chieftains, including Sean Duffy and Emmett Drone. So this drive for the Chieftains, they get a nice first down on the run by Bailey, but then they're not able to get anything going and have to punt it away. Second punt of the night for Riverdale, and the Bulldogs take over for their fourth possession of the opening quarter. 51 seconds remaining in the first. We are still tied at 6 here in area high school football. The Bulldogs on the offense. Awaiting the snap. Salisbury will take the snap under center. Hand off Matthew Kepler running off right tackle. And he puts the shoulder down, gets out to around the 24-yard line.
Kepler, Walker here.
Kepler brought down by number 50, Riley Wanick. Second down and about 4 yards to go. So give him 6 on the game. Xander Jones runs the play in for the sidelines, and we have just 27 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Bulldogs may not hustle to get the play off. Coach Steve Olson from the sidelines directing quarterback Micah Salisbury, and I think they're just going to walk off and let the time run down here in the quarter, and that will be the case. It is a 6-6 ball game. Good game here in Ithaca. Riverdale and Ithaca tied at 6 here on WRCO FM 100.9 and WRCO.com. Perfect. Thank you. You do all right? I didn't know that. What was it again? Wow. Good game. Okay. Yep. It's the start of the second quarter, 6-6. Bulldogs and Chieftains tied here in Ridge and Valley Conference action. Ball at the 24-yard line, second down play. Salisbury hands off, running play. Logan Anderson left, now right, and Logan is going down the sidelines. Logan's got a chance to go all the way. It is a foot race to the goal line, and Anderson is in for the score. It is a 76-yard touchdown run, and the Bulldogs take the lead. Logan Anderson, a couple of good blocks initially, and then he did the rest, kind of zigzagging his way across the field and all the way to the northern end zone for a touchdown. It is 12-6 on the first play of the second quarter. Bulldogs will talk about the conversion. The first one failed, so this would be a big one if they could get it and take an 8-point lead. So they will go for two. Michael Salisbury sandwiched in between Kepler and Anderson in the backfield, awaiting the snap, going for the two. There's the snap, and the ball is fumbled. Now Salisbury picks it up, and he is hit and dropped. Riley Wanick is there, and the two-point conversion is no good. So a couple of good plays for the Chieftains. On the defense, they respond when they have to. Riverdale gives up the 6, though, and the Bulldogs lead it by a score of 12-6. Two-pointer failed for the second time tonight for the Bulldogs, and now both teams going to the sidelines. Boy, this game kind of a wild and wide-open game here so far. We can tell you that Prairie du Chien has defeated Lancaster 33-29. That game time must have been moved up earlier. I was not aware that was so much earlier today. Might have had to do with the weather. I am not positive. But anyway, Prairie du Chien, that's an impressive win over the Lancaster club. We'll get you some other scores. Guessing not very many finals yet, but a lot of games going on tonight. There were 3 or 4 from the area last night, including 3 from the Scenic Bluffs Conference. Scenic Bluffs, a lot of games from that conference will be on Thursday night this year. And part of that is just trying to get games in where they have enough officials. And on Thursday night, well, you've got your pick of football officials a lot of times. 12-6, Bulldogs in the lead. They will kick off after the most recent score. Awaiting the kick, the Chieftains in kick return mode. Here's the approach and the end-over-end boot by the Bulldogs. Lincoln Manning, that ball rolls all the way into the end zone, and will come back for a touchback. So Riverdale will take over at its own 20-yard line. First and 10 with 11:46 remaining here in this second quarter. 12-6 Ithaca. The Bulldogs and Chieftains, they met for a long time and a lot amount of years with a game that was just a non-conference game. Even back in my era, Riverdale was always on the schedule. Non-conference crossover game. Would often play that early in the season, maybe the first or second game of the year. But now it is a conference game. Chieftains start at their own 20-yard line, first and 10, trailing 12-6 to the Bulldogs. There's the snap. Back to throw. The quarterback steps in and now throws it along the far side. Intercepted by Matthew Kepler of the Bulldogs. At the 45, he is spun around and breaks a tackle. 40, Matthew Kepler zigzagging, coming to the right side of the field. Kepler down the sideline to the 30, and flags fly as he's brought down the 26-yard line. Matthew Kepler on the INT. First interception of the night recorded by the Bulldog defense. And we'll wait and see. The flag might add a little bit onto that end of that play. So the officials confer. Flags flew on the tackle. Unfortunate turn of events for the Chieftains. A couple of big plays, giving up the 76-yard run and then an interception on their first play from scrimmage. And the Bulldogs have the ball rolling here in the second quarter. Nearly, now 31 seconds into the quarter. Bulldogs have a touchdown and the ball in good field position on a second possession. So the officials talk it over at the end of the play. A lengthy discussion. Bulldogs were ready to jump out and get to the sideline or get to the line of scrimmage, and they're told stay in the huddle. Coach Steve Olson now coming out to get in the conversation. Might even have, I'm not sure if it's an offsetting situation. Now we're going to get the word. So the officials coming to the sidelines to make the call. Looks like a holding penalty. Holding is on the Bulldogs.
Block in the back against the Bulldogs.
So the Bulldogs, not as good a return. They'll still have the football after the interception by Matthew
Face
Kepler.
mask against the Chieftains.
Oh, then there was a penalty against the Chieftains on the face mask on the tackle. So there was a lot to sort out. So 5 yards after the Bulldogs were assessed a penalty, put them at the 36 of Riverdale, and then the penalty on Riverdale puts it at the 31. That's where Ithaca will take over. Riverdale 31-yard line. One man wide to the near side, Kepler. Getting set under center is Micah Salisbury. Out of the I formation, there's the snap. Handoff, Logan Anderson over the pile for a couple of yards. Anderson down to the 27-yard line. Landon Bob on the stop for the Chieftains. 12-6 Ithaca. Bulldogs threatening again. Second down play coming up.
Second down 7.
Good holiday weekend coming up. Not too many football games tomorrow, but there are quite a few other events. We'll talk about that at halftime. But the big volleyball invitational at Richland Center tomorrow, 12-team invite. Soccer invite. Richland Center is at the Walworth Bigfoot invite. Back to throw is Salisbury on this play. Launches under the goal line. He's got a man and incomplete. Overshot it a little bit at the goal line, intending it for Lincoln Manning.
Intended for Lincoln
No flags
Manning
on the play, and
from
that'll bring up
Salisbury.
a third down for the Bulldogs. Ball marked to the Riverdale 34-yard line. 10:42 remaining here in the second quarter of action. Chandler Brindley is
Third
going to
down
bring us
7.
up to date from Richland Center here in just a moment. Play comes in from the sidelines for the Bulldogs on a third down play. Both teams have had a few injuries early on, but Chieftains with a number of players on the sidelines and street clothes. Some unfortunate events early on, hoping to get them back here in the next few weeks. Third down play. Running back is going to be Logan Anderson. Avoids one tackler in the backfield. Keeps it going. Lost the football. It's loose. And rolling to pick the ball up. And now falling out of it is Carson Kenyon. So a Bulldog fumble.
Recovered by number 2.
Carson Kenyon gets the fumble recovery. And Riverdale had the ball in a tough field spot, but they at least have the ball, right? As they change possession, let's get an update from WRCO Sports here at Ithaca. 12-6 Bulldogs lead Riverdale on WRCO and WRCO.com.
Chase Chitwood, the ball carrier. Brookroom on the tackle, the first one. Gain of a yard, second down 9. Logan Anderson and Wesley Nelson on the tackle.
All right, thanks, Chandler. Riverdale with a couple of plays, running plays attempted by Chase Chitwood and company, and they get out to around the 14-yard line. So now the Chieftains back in the huddle and getting ready for a third down conversion attempt. Third down and about 7 yards to go from the 14. Chieftains up to the football. They are set. Under center is Carson Kenyon. Carson is back to throw. They're coming after him. He's hit as he throws it, and it's intercepted by the Bulldogs right around the 28-yard line. Return down the sidelines, tightrope in the sidelines. He goes to the end zone, but he stepped out around the 9-yard line. Interception by Caleb Brookram and the Bulldogs. Caleb Brookram picks one off, and the Bulldogs are knocking on the door. That's the second interception of the quarter for the Bulldogs. So Berkram takes it right back to Ithaca, and they start in fine field shape at the Riverdale 9-yard line. 8:54 remaining in the first half, 12-6 Ithaca, and the Bulldogs have it first and goal from right around the 8-yard line. Awaiting the snap will be the Bulldogs. The Chieftains defense dealt another tough hand right here. Ithaca up to the line is set. Backfield is split. Salisbury under center. Handoff for Anderson. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage on a fine play by number 58, Sawyer Connor. Connor makes the play. Bulldogs lose a yard. Right around the 9-yard line near the 10 as the ball is placed again. Tough yards here for the Bulldogs. Riverdale defense has stood pretty stout here in goal line area situations. So the Bulldogs will break huddle and head to the football. Second down and goal to go from right around the 9-yard line of Riverdale. Cockroft set to snap the ball. Salisbury under center. Bulldogs operate out of the eye. Pitch to the halfback. Kepler runs right side. Good block from Logan Anderson. Kepler down around the 5. Rolls back toward the goal line. Keeps the legs going, but down around the 1. He is held from scoring. Good run, and the tackle made by Ethan Bumkamp of the Chieftains. Good block by the back, Logan Anderson. Breaking free. Kepler for a couple of extra yards, and then Matthew got to around the 4 and then just kind of kept the legs going and backed his way for a yard or two. Third down goal to go for the 2-yard line for the Bulldogs. 7:38 remaining in the first quarter. They'll send 2 men wide to the right side, and looking things over will be Salisbury. Backfield is split. There's the snap. Handoff Anderson. He's hit it by a couple of guys in the backfield. Keeps it going, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Final stop was made by Tim Bailey and Sawyer Connor before that, and a host of others. Fourth down Bulldogs. Tough sledding here. Good job by the Riverdale defense.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play. Fourth down and 2 yards to go for Ithaca from the Riverdale 2-yard line. So the Bulldogs bring the play in from the near side and head to the football. Now they're up to the line. Chieftains trying to dig in as well. What will the Bulldogs come up with here? What's up the sleeve of Coach Steve Olson and company? Fourth down from the 2-yard line. There's the snap and a keeper for Anderson out of the Wildcat, and he is up and he is in for a touchdown. Bulldogs score as they snapped it directly to the running back, Logan Anderson, and he scores on a 2-yard run, and the Bulldogs lead 18-6. 6:35 remaining in the second quarter of action, and the Bulldogs will run the play in from the sideline. So far, they have not made a conversion. They have missed a couple of 2-pointers. They're in the huddle. They spend a little time and now head to the football. Conversion attempt for the Bulldogs, trying to get to 20 points. 2-point attempt for Salisbury in the offense. There's the snap. Micah back to throw, and they're coming after him. He's hit as he releases it, and it's incomplete. Good coverage by the Chieftains, and right in and out him, Emmett Drone, one of the first guys there, and Dietrich Buchholz, and the Chieftains hold them to 6. 18-6. Ithaca Bulldogs lead. 6:35 remaining in the first half of area football from WRCO and WRCO.com. Yeah. What happened? Are you having trouble getting the button back down or something? But I'm on the air now, right? At that time. Okay, good. Okay. And then tell and remind him it's good. You said it. It's yeah. Yeah, that'll be good. Yep.
Lincoln Manning
Thank
will
you.
tee up the ball.
Kickoff for the Bulldogs. And here's Riverdale with a quick return. Left side, Chase Chitwood down the sideline. Chase to around the 40-yard line of Riverdale. Good return
Chase
for the
Chitwood returns
Chieftains.
the kick
And they'll start with the best field position of the evening.
up across the 30-yard line.
About a 33, 34-yard return. We're going to mark that out at Riverdale's 39-yard line. 6:27 remaining here in the first half of area high school football. Phil Nee with you from Ithaca. It is an honor to call this one. I've called a lot of the Riverdale-Ithaca matchups over the years, and there have been some fun ones, some memorable ones.
First and 10 for
This one's
Riverdale.
starting out with the Bulldogs up
38-yard
6-0. Riverdale tied it at 6. The Bulldogs have scored the next 12 points. Now it's Riverdale's turn with the football. They have it first and 10 from the 38-yard line their own. Shotgun snap. Running left side is Tim Bailey, the tailback, and he puts the shoulder down out to the 41, maybe a gain of 3.
Tim Bailey, the
Pushed
ball
out
carrier.
by several of the Bulldogs. Marshall Self is there. So is Wesley Nelson. Second down play.
And 2, second down 8.
They'll give him about 2, it looks like. Ball at the 41-yard line for the Riverdale Chieftains. Their own 41. Chieftains in the huddle. Bulldogs taking advantage. Defensive plays, couple of interceptions in the quarter. It's actually been a wild second quarter here. Ithaca has 2 interceptions. Riverdale has 1 fumble recovery. Second down and about 8 yards to go for the Chieftains on the offense. And the Bulldogs jumped. I believe they're going to be not able to get back in time. Whistles everywhere and flags. So now the officials are going to confer whether Ithaca was drawn off or whether they were just off. As a center, I always had the right count. It is a 5-yard penalty against the Bulldogs. That'll help Riverdale out. Putting the ball out to the 46-yard line. Their own. Whistle starts the clock, and then they'll stop it with a timeout. 5:30 remaining here in the first half. Ithaca leading 18-6 over Riverdale here at high school football action during week number 3 on WRCO and WRCO.com. Third. Yep. Five minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. Ithaca leading 18-6. Claudette Judah leads Richland Center 20-0 at Avitus Rip Field. And we'll have another update coming up in a little bit from Chandler Brindley on that score. We return after the timeout. Second down and 3 for Riverdale. Ball is marked to the Riverdale 46-yard line. Shotgun snap. Running to the left side, now throwing it. It's going to be intercepted by the Bulldogs. Yeah, looks like they held on at the 40-yard line. Picked off by Channing Brown. Riverdale trying to head to the far side. They had Andre Tainer, the intended receiver, and it is picked off. And for the Bulldogs, their third interception here in the quarter. Channing Brown picks it off. And so Ithaca will have the football at their own 34-yard line. 5:24 remaining before halftime. Bulldogs with the ball on the far hash mark. First down and 10 for Salisbury in the offense. There's the snap. Micah throws. It is complete. The receiver slips now, moves a little bit. Xander Jones out to around the 45-yard line. which would be a gain
Andrew
of
Jones
about
with
5.
the pass completion from
Jones
Salisbury.
gets the pass completion, and they'll give him 5 yards. Second down and 5 for the
Gain of
Bulldogs.
6. Second down. 4.
Bulldogs will hit the committee. Riverdale with a few turnovers. Ithaca has turned the ball over twice. Riverdale 3 times here in the ball game. Second down and about 5 yards to go from the 45-yard line. Ithaca's home. Salisbury takes the shotgun snap, pitches. Now far side, Kepler trying to break the corner, breaks a tackle, puts the shoulder down, gets a couple of extra yards. It's going to be short of the first down by a yard or so. Matthew Kepler brought down by Drayton Deglow. Third down and short for the Bulldogs. Riverdale had an initial stop of the running back in the backfield, but couldn't hold on to Matthew Kepler. He's a strong runner. And it's third and short yardage. Lucas Phelps, one of the good young coaches in the area. Enjoy talking with him every week. Assisted by Dalton Miller, Peyton Kenyon, Justin Hatch, and Ben Bozelli. Third down, short yardage for the Bulldogs, and now Salisbury has stood up but keeps it going. Quarterback keeper, first down and then some. And the herd moves all the way to the 45-yard line. Bulldogs in Chieftain territory. Looked like he was barely going to get it. And then that line, the big line for the Bulldogs, was kept Sherman and pushing. And they were able to make hay with that and get a first down. 3:46 remaining in the quarter. Bulldogs coached by Steve Olson, assisted by David Klang, Brett Maxwell, and Kyle Kelly. First and 10 for the Bulldogs from the 45 of Riverdale. Drive started at Ithaca's 34. 3:28 remaining in the first half. Ithaca leading by 12. There's the snap. Salisbury throws. It's caught and then hit right away is the receiver, Channing Brown. They have lost on that catch. Hit right away. Good coverage by Chase Chitwood. And the Bulldogs will indeed lose a pair of yards. Lindsay Thompson, the trainer for both teams, both schools, now summoned to the far sideline, so she'll make her way over there. I see Lindsay during especially winter sports, probably more than I see a lot of the family members that I have. That's, she's at events at Riverdale and Ithaca most nights, occasionally at Richland Center, especially for a weekend wrestling tournament. Second down and 13 for the Bulldogs. There is the snap. Running play, Anderson eludes one tackler. Diagonally moves to the 40, down to the 38 of Riverdale. Good run by Logan Anderson. Following a block there by the Bulldogs, 56, Matthew Rowe. Tackle made by several Chieftains. Draven Cochran and also Sean Duffy. Third down for the Bulldogs. Third and about 4 yards to go for a first down. Just across the Riverdale 40 at the 39-yard line. 3 men wide to the right for Salisbury, 1 to the near side. A single running back is Anderson, and the flags are everywhere. And it's a false start against the Bulldogs. 5-yard penalty on the illegal motion, and it will be 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. The Bulldogs will back up 5 yards. It was 6-6 after the first quarter. The Bulldogs have scored 12 points here in the second quarter. Again, a final, Prairie du Chien 33, Lancaster 29. We'll get some other scores tonight. At halftime, Boscoville and Iowa Grant and Wazeeka Seneca playing at Highland in the Ridgeon Valley tonight. Third down, Salisbury back to throw. Lost the football, and it's rolling into the hands of a Bulldog lineman. Marshall Self recovers it. So a fumble back around the 45-yard line is recovered by Marshall Self. This in Riverdale territory at the 48-yard line. Ball rolled a few yards, and the clock continues to roll with 1:23 remaining in the first half. Fourth down and about 11 yards to go for the Bulldogs, and they'll take a timeout. So the coaching staff comes out. Bulldogs leading 18-6. Riverdale heads to the far sideline. Coming up at halftime, we will talk about the upcoming meets for cross-country teams. That's on the Dairyland Transport halftime report. Richland Center hosting a big tournament tomorrow. 12-team invitational. Belmont, Blackhawk, Hillsboro, Livingwood, Lutheran, Lodi, Monticello, Platteville, Reedsburg, Wisconsin Dells, Royal, and Lancaster scheduled to compete with the Hornets, who we saw in the broadcast schedule just last night. And we'll see the Bulldogs volleyball team on Tuesday night in the conference opener against Seneca. WIAC football teams open play tomorrow. East Texas Baptist will play Oshkosh. Whitewater playing at St. John's, Minnesota. River Falls at Elmhurst, Illinois. Loras College playing at Eau Claire. Dakota State, South Dakota playing UW La Crosse, and Mayville State of North Dakota playing at Stevens Point. 4th down and 11 yards to go for the Bulldogs. Ball at the Riverdale 46-yard line. Salisbury back to throw on 4th down. Throws on the run. Tipped and incomplete by the Chieftains. Looked like Evan Drone might have got a hand on that. Good play by the Bulldogs, or by the Chieftain defense, stopping the Bulldogs' forward progress. And Riverdale takes over on downs. So Riverdale will take over, and they've got a little time, 1:15 remaining here in the first half. Ball is placed at Riverdale's 46-yard line. So the Chieftains with a chance to get it downfield. Maybe get something positive here before the end of the first half. On a warm September evening. Riverdale looking to the sideline for the play. And I believe they will use a timeout. That they will. 1:15 remaining in the first half. Ithaca 18, Riverdale 6 in high school football from WRCO and WRCO.com. How are we doing commercial-wise? You can probably do a minute. Yep. Sure, go ahead.
First and 10. False start. Chieftains.
Sounds good, bud.
First down.
The Chieftains on their first down play are going to be called for a false start. So a 5-yard penalty puts it back at the 41-yard line. Riverdale's own. 1st and 15. Back to throw is the quarterback. Looking it over is Carson Kenyon. Lets it go, and it's caught by Baumkamp, and he may break away for a few more. Down to the 30. Cuts across the field. He is going all the way for a Riverdale score here before halftime. Oh, my goodness. Ethan Baumkamp answering the Bulldogs score recently, and then getting a long play. That's the second time tonight that he has done that. Catches the pass from Carson Kenyon, and a play that covers a total of 59 yards. Well, he's adding up the receiving yards tonight, and Carson Kenyon is adding up the passing yards just on the 2 plays that those two have teamed on here tonight. 59-yard TD run after the catch. That comes with 1:03 remaining here in the first half. Conversion attempt. They're going to go for 2. There's the snap. Flags fly everywhere. False start on the Chieftains. Will back it up. Baumkamp's touchdown earlier tonight went 71 yards. That was kind of a breakaway play as well. A couple of Bulldog would-be tacklers collided with one another, and Baumkamp just ran right around him. Down the field and all the way for the score in the south end zone. So after the penalty, Riverdale up to the football, trying to convert from right around the 7-yard line. There's the snap, and running to the left side is the QB. Bulldogs coming after him, and he is spun around and dropped. Carson Kenyon unable to convert, and the score stays 18-12. Ithaca leading Riverdale. Hey, we have a wild one going tonight. 1:03 remaining in the first half. Ithaca 18, Riverdale 12. This is high school Friday night football from WRCO FM 100.9 and online at WRCO.com. I think we can do it, man. Sheesh. I said sheesh. Wild one. Two. Okay. Sounds good, bud. Thank you.
Number 3, Chase Chitwood to kick off.
Chase Chitwood kicks it off. The Bulldogs will return the ball. They're going to be out to the 30, out to around the 35. On the return by Channing Brown. And that's where the Bulldogs will take over. The ball would be right around the 39, 40-yard line area, I guess, when all is said and done. Ithaca's own.
First and 10.
Good return by Channing. 58 seconds remaining in the half. A crazy game going on here tonight. A couple of long pass plays completed for touchdowns for Riverdale. The Bulldogs have chipped away here. They have missed a total of 6 points on 2-point conversion misses. They've not made one tonight. Kepler running off the left side, near side, stiff arms a couple of guys, gets ahead across the 50, down to Riverdale's 45-yard line. Blue collar run there from Matthew Kepler, brought down by Chase Chitwood of the Chieftains. So the sticks will move, and the Bulldogs still feeling a little bit of time left here in the quarter. Chance to possibly get something going. 33 seconds remaining, and Ithaca will use a timeout. So timeout taken by the Bulldogs. Clock ran down. I think they're asking about putting a little time back on the clock. So right now they are talking it over on the sidelines. It stands at 30 seconds to play in this first half. 18-12 in favor of the Bulldogs. Ithaca scoring a couple of times in the second quarter. Riverdale scoring once in the first and once in the second. At halftime, Hillsborough leads Nacita 28-0. River Ridge 25, Parkview Albany nothing. That one is at halftime. Benton Shullsburg Scales Mound leading by a score of 22-7 over Cuba City. Highland up on Wazeeka Seneca 13-7. Broadhead Jewel leading Richland Center 28-2. Chandler Brindley will be in with a report on that one coming up in a little bit. Play resumes. 30 seconds does stay the same on the clock. First and 10 from the Chieftain 45. Salisbury back to throw. Now he's going to run it himself. Tries to drag a man with him. He stood up and dropped right around the line of scrimmage. The Chieftains make a nice play. Number 50 on the play. That was Riley Wannick, one of the first guys there. Number 15 as well, Dietrich Buchholz. And the clock down to 8 seconds. The Bulldogs will not run another play. That's going to do it here for the Bulldogs. And they're going to be content to go to halftime and try to do some searching here. Riverdale will head to the end zone and talk about how to get a lead in this ball game, perhaps. It's a good even matchup tonight from the Ridge and Valley Conference. Ithaca leads at the break 18-12 over Riverdale. Our special halftime programming coming up. We'll have more in a moment. You're listening to High School Football from WRCO FM 100.9 and WRCO.com. side, and it is incomplete on the pass play from Kenyon. Looking on the far side toward Andre Tainter, it is incomplete, and the Bulldogs will take over on downs. We're underway in the second half. Welcome back. Quick halftime, and we're underway with a 18-12 Bulldog lead. Ithaca takes over with good field position, which they had a lot of the first half. They started the Riverdale 39-yard line. Salisbury under center. Handoff is going to Logan Anderson right up the gut. Move, and he's going to move for about 10 yards. Ball popped loose at the last minute, but I believe it was blown dead. So Logan Anderson brought down by Tim Bailey, and he gets almost 10, maybe 11 yards and moves to the 29-yard line of Riverdale on one big play. It was a 6-6 ball game after the first. Bulldogs scored twice in the second, and Riverdale scoring late in the second. Ithaca has missed 3 two-point conversion tries. Riverdale with a 6-point deficit, and the Bulldogs hoping to maybe build that lead back up as they have the ball in Riverdale territory at the 29. There's the snap. Pitch play. Kepler follows a block from Anderson. Anderson tries to get around the corner. Rolls backward to around the 23-yard line. Gain of 6 for the Bulldogs. Several on the top, led by Tim Bailey. Bulldogs with the football. Ithaca's starting backfield, including Kepler and Logan Anderson, Matthew and Logan, and then Micah Salisbury. Wide receivers Channing Brown, Lincoln Manning, and Xander Jones. Tight end is Wesley Nelson. The center is Ethan Cockroft. The guards are Wyatt Hilby and Caleb Brookram. The tackles are Marshall Self and Ryan Biermeyer. Here we go. Second down and about 5 yards to go. Salisbury looks like maybe a broken play in the backfield. Nowhere to go, and the Chieftains bring him down. I believe the play was blown dead as ball pops loose, and Kepler picks it up. But they're saying that the quarterback was down, and a big play by the Riverdale defense. That's back around the 32-yard line. So a loss of about 8 or 9 yards for the Bulldogs. That'll bring up third down and long for Ithaca as the play is ushered in from the near sideline. Riverdale defenders doing their job. The D-ends, Riley Wannick and Sean Duffy. The nose tackle is Brady Goplin. Emmett Drone, Chase Chitwood, Landon Bobb, Drayton Deglow, and Dietrich Buchholz are the linebackers. Carson Kenyon and Ethan Bumkamp, the cornerbacks, and Tim Bailey, the free safety. Third down at about 15 for Salisbury in the offense. Snap from Cockroft here to the near side. Salisbury throwing on the run, and it is intercepted by Riverdale's Ethan Bumkamp. Ethan cutting across the field. He is going to be hit and